The wait is over, y'all, and Canelo Alvarez will be fighting Dmitry Bivol and Triple G next. They turned down $100 million for Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez. It is confirmed, y'all. Now, I will tell y'all all of the details why the fight was turned down to fight Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez. I'm going to let y'all know everything that happened, y'all. And salute to KQKC Boxing Network for getting this story. Yeah, it is official. Y'all hit my like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subbed to the channel. So yeah, y'all, the wait is finally over. And you hearing it here. And I got to give a shout out to my man, the OG KQKC Boxing Network, for getting this news. And like I said, once again, KQKC Boxing Network, and y'all go subscribe to the OG, right? He got the news today. It is official that Canelo Alvarez will be fighting Gennady Golovkin and Dmitry Bivol. Canelo Alvarez turned down $100+ million PBC offer to fight first Jermall Charlo, and then if he were to get past Jermall Charlo, he was going to have to fight David Benavidez. And I'm going to give y'all all the details surrounding what happened with the negotiations. And I'm going to tell y'all, it wasn't Canelo Alvarez. It was not Canelo Alvarez. Now, today on KQKC Boxing Network, Samson, David Benavidez promoter, he came on and he told all. Now, Samson is best friends with Al Heyman, right? He said Al Heyman is his brother from another mother. So he told what happened, what went on with the business with Al Heyman and himself and Canelo Alvarez and Eddie Reynoso. Now, he says that he has the ultimate respect for Canelo Alvarez. And he said Canelo Alvarez himself was willing to fight any and everybody. Canelo Alvarez was willing to take the deal for the $100+ mil to fight Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez, right? This is David Benavidez's manager that told this, right? He told what happened. So y'all gotta listen. He said that Canelo Alvarez, he was willing to fight all of them. He didn't care. He said, but Eddie Reynoso was the one that did not want Canelo Alvarez to fight David Benavidez. He said the reason why the deal fell out with the PBC and the $100 million offer is because he did not want Canelo Alvarez fighting David Benavidez, because he looked at the David Benavidez fight as a fight that was too high of a risk compared to a Triple G fight, even though he was going to make a lot more money fighting David Benavidez than he is fighting Triple G. Now, they felt confident that Canelo Alvarez could beat David Benavidez and Jermall Charlo. They saw it as a much bigger risk than facing Bivol and facing Triple G. Now, the only thing we do not know, what is not confirmed, we don't know what order Canelo Alvarez is going to fight Bivol and Triple G in. Right now, we only know that it is confirmed that he did accept $80 million to fight Bivol and Triple G. We don't know what order, so we don't know if he's going to fight Triple G at 168 first. We know that Triple G had a fight that fell through. He was supposed to fight Murata, but that fight fell through. So Triple G is basically open to fight whenever. Canelo Alvarez might fight Triple G first, and then he might fight Bivol. Or he could fight Bivol first and then go and fight Triple G, right? But so that's the only thing that we do not know right now at this point. We don't know what order he's going to fight in. But we do know the reason the offer from the PBC was turned down is because Eddie Reynoso would not agree to fight David Benavidez. They was cool with Jermall Charlo. Eddie Reynoso was confident that Canelo Alvarez could beat Jermall Charlo, but he did not want David Benavidez on the back end of that contract, and that's why it fell apart. See, everybody thinks that Canelo Alvarez runs his own career and he does whatever he wants to do. But what Sampson is saying is that is not the case. David Benavidez, promoter, is saying that's not the case. He says that, Canelo Alvarez is willing to fight all these guys. He said, but it ultimately comes down to Eddie Reynoso, the manager. Eddie Reynoso is the one that goes and does, the negotiation with Dazn and Eddie Hearn, or if they're negotiating with PBC, Eddie Reynoso does all the negotiations. And if Eddie Reynoso advises Canelo Alvarez, no, this is the route that we want you to take, well, Canelo Alvarez, he'll do it. You heard Canelo Alvarez before say, hey, whatever Eddie wants me to do, that's what I'll do. Eddie Reynoso was the one that came to the table with the Makabu fight, right? And Canelo was like, oh, hey, if Eddie want me to do it, I'll do it. From what Sampson was saying, he's saying that he knows Canelo personally, and he knows Eddie Reynoso personally, and he knows that Canelo wants all of the smoke. Canelo is willing to fight everybody, but he said Eddie Reynoso is not so much like that. Eddie Reynoso wants Canelo to take the easiest route, right? He says Canelo wants to do the opposite, but Eddie Reynoso wants Canelo to take the easiest route. But, he's been running Canelo's career all of this time, and Canelo has a lot of respect for Eddie Reynoso, so he listens to everything that Eddie Reynoso does. But ultimately, if Canelo, he is the fighter, and I feel that if it's something on the table and he really, really want to do it, he could tell Eddie Reynoso, no, I'm not doing that. This is who I want to fight, and this is what's going to happen. But, he has so much respect for Eddie Reynoso, he just does what Eddie Reynoso tells him to do. So, yeah, that's what happened, y'all. So, y'all see, we going to get a Triple G fight again. I don't want to see it, but it was also told that the main reason why they accepted less money to fight on Dazn and to fight Bivol and Triple G is because Triple G fight, right? They looked at it as a situation that Triple G was a guaranteed win. They feel that Triple G, and when I say they, I mean Eddie Reynoso. Eddie Reynoso felt that Triple G was a guaranteed win, and he felt that, basically getting $40 million to go out there and beat up a 40-year-old Triple G, hey, you can't beat that. Right? Instead of getting $45 million for Jermall Charlo, and then Canelo was going to get $50+ million. I think he was going to get $55+ million to fight David Benavidez. And they looked at that situation as like, yeah, we could take the money, but it's a much tougher fight. Both of those fights. They felt that Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez was much tougher fights. Now, this is what Sampson is saying, and this is what he's being told from Al Haymon why the deal didn't go through. And like he said, he is really close to Al Haymon. He talks to Al Haymon on a daily basis, and he said him and Al Haymon are like brothers, right? They have a very, very tight, close relationship, so he would know. He would know what's going on and why the deal didn't take place. So for everybody wondering why Canelo Alvarez is not going to fight Jermall Charlo and why he's not going to fight David Benavidez, well, you got it now. Eddie Reynoso didn't want it. He didn't want it to take place. He didn't feel comfortable taking the deal with PBC because he felt that, he had much easier fights on the table. So whatever y'all feel about it, I'm just telling y'all what it really was behind the scene and why we won't get this fight. Now, he also went on to say that Canelo Alvarez will never fight David Benavidez. He said he don't never think the fight will happen because they already turned down $55+ million, just because David Benavidez was in the contract. So yeah, that's what happened, y'all. I got my thoughts on this. But I want to hear what y'all feel about this. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Make sure that y'all hit my like button. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone, y'all.